Well, it's a big day for the Delta Queen. This is the first day of the next chapter in the life of what has been a very historic and nostalgic steamboat plying American waters since 1927. She actually got her start in California, running overnight cruises between Sacramento and San Francisco between 1927 and 1940. During the outbreak of World War II, she was pressed into Navy service, painted battleship gray, and shuttled soldiers between the docks in San Francisco to Navy ships anchored in the bay. After the war, she was sold as war surplus. The Green family, the Green Line steamers out of Cincinnati, bought her, towed her through the Panama Canal, put her on the Mississippi River, where she did overnight cruises from 1947 until 2008. In 2009, she came here to Chattanooga as a dockside hotel. And now we start her next chapter. We're bringing her down to Louisiana for a complete retrofit, about $5 million in work between the hotel and marine side of the vessel, and we hope to have her cruising again in 2016. So the Delta Queen can only operate as an overnight cruise vessel with a special congressional exemption. Back in 1966, Congress passed a law that said you couldn't carry more than 50 overnight passengers in U.S. waters on an overnight cruise vessel. They intended to be addressing an issue involving offshore ocean-going cruise ships. There was a serious incident in the 60s where a cruise ship burned. It was made of wood and hundreds of people died. In response, Congress passed this 1966 Safety at Sea Act. What Congress didn't realize when they passed the law is that it applied to the Delta Queen because she was operating on U.S. waters. She was the only inland river overnight passenger vessel on U.S. inland waters. So Congress immediately passed an exemption. That exemption was renewed 9 times over the next 40 years. In 2008, the exemption expired. The Delta Queen was owned by a company called Majestic America Lines. They were pretty much winding down their operations and were not able to, or did not have the ability to, get the exemption renewed. So that's why the Delta Queen retired in 2008. In 2009, Harry Phillips, here from Chattanooga, brought the Delta Queen up to Chattanooga to use her as a dockside hotel. Fortunately, that kept the Delta Queen alive, so that today it is still a viable option to put her back on the river. We're working hard to get the legislation through Congress again that would give her permission to sail. In the last Congress, we got the exemption moved from the House Transportation Committee with only 1 dissenting vote, moved out of the full House of Representatives with more than a 2/3 vote. It went to the Senate, and we were moving it along in the Senate, but unfortunately ran out of time at the end of the last Congress. So we've already started the process again. H.R. 1248 was introduced in the House just a couple of weeks ago, and we hope to get it moving soon to get the Delta Queen back on the river.
I grew up in Cincinnati, so in my fondest memories, Dad would throw us in the station wagon. We'd grab a box of sliders from White Castle and go down to the riverfront, listen to the River Queen's Calliope. Every time it came in that we had the time, that we'd go down there. Always with the Calliope being the highlight. Well, that and the back box of White Castles. But it's fortunate that I just found out that this riverboat, this fine lady, is going to go off to get rehabbed and hopefully gain a new life. So it's an honor to be here to see her go on down the Tennessee River.
Joining the crowd, baby.
Got a deal?
Oh, I just hate to see her go. I used to go to school in Cincinnati. I would see her when she was there. I just kind of regret that I never got a chance to get on her while she was here. I kept putting it off, and now I've waited too long. So I just got out of church this morning, so I had to walk down here and tell her goodbye.
It was during River Bend, and we got us a room. We stayed, and when we checked in, we got the haunted, Captain Mary Green's room. So we were really excited about that. Well, it's sad to me. I'm gonna miss her. I mean, she's just sitting here, but I'm gonna miss being able to come down here and have a drink or whatever on there and just sit out here and relax.
Yeah.
Still recording it up here.
Yes. So, maybe not. Thank you.